Hello, and welcome back to Cold Trail's Diary. Tonight, we're venturing into the shadows of a land where East meets West, where ancient empires rose and fell, and where myths are whispered on the wind. We are journeying to Turkey, a country rich with history, culture, and stories that will chill you to the bone. Forget what you think you know about monsters. The creatures lurking in Turkish folklore are unlike anything you've encountered before. They are born from ancient fears, from the darkness of the longest nights, and from the deep, hidden places of the earth. So, dim the lights, get comfortable, and prepare to meet the 5 scariest stories from Turkey. Our first creature emerges from the bleakest, coldest heart of winter. Imagine the darkest nights of the year, from December 25th to January 6th, when the sun is weakest and the shadows grow long and menacing. This is the time of the Karakoncolos. Described as a shaggy, ape-like being with dark fur, it roams the streets after midnight, calling out to people by name. It mimics the voice of a loved one, a friend, a family member, luring you to the door. The legend says if you answer its call and go outside, you'll freeze to death in the biting winter cold. To protect yourself, you must hang a piece of iron on your door, or have a sifter and a broom nearby. The creature is said to have a strange compulsion. It must count the holes in the sifter, or the bristles of the broom keeping it occupied, until the first light of dawn, when its power fades, and it vanishes back into the darkness. The Karakoncolos is a stark reminder of the very real dangers of the harsh Anatolian winter, a demon born of darkness and cold. Next, we encounter a fear as old as life itself, the terror that surrounds childbirth. Meet Albasti, the suffocating spirit. Also known as the Red Woman, she is a malevolent entity who preys on new mothers and their infants in the vulnerable 40 days after birth. She is said to sneak into the birthing room, often invisible, and press down on the mother's chest, causing a feeling of suffocation and stealing her breath. Her ultimate goal is to steal the newborn's liver or lungs, leading to the infant's demise. Descriptions of Albasti vary. Sometimes she is an ugly, old hag with long, sharp nails and disheveled hair. Other times she appears as a beautiful woman to deceive her victims. The fear of Albasti is so profound that many traditions were born to ward her off. Tying red ribbons around the mother and baby, placing a Koran or a piece of iron in the room, and never leaving the mother and child alone are all precautions taken to protect against this suffocating specter. She is the embodiment of postpartum anxiety and the primal fear of losing a child. Now let's leave the confines of the home and venture out into the vast, empty wilderness. The desert and wastelands hold their own unique terrors, and none are more fearsome than the Gulyabani. This is not a subtle spirit. It's a monstrous giant, a horrifying figure that haunts lonely travelers in desolate places. Towering and grotesque, with a body covered in shaggy hair and a stench that can be smelled from miles away. The Gulyabani is the stuff of nightmares. It's often depicted with a massive, heavy club, ready to crush anyone who dares cross its path. Legends say it can change its shape, appearing as a familiar person or harmless animal to lead travelers astray, deeper into the wilderness where they will never be found again. The Gulyabani is a personification of the dangers of the unknown, the fear of getting lost in a vast and unforgiving landscape where you are utterly and completely alone. It's a powerful reminder that some places are best left undisturbed. From the wilderness, we turn our gaze to the moonlit sky, where another sinister figure awaits. The Cadı, the Turkish witch. But this is not your typical fairy tale witch with a pointy hat and a broomstick. The Cadı of Anatolian lore is a far more terrifying being, a shapeshifter who can take the form of various animals, most commonly a black cat or a large bird of prey. She is said to fly through the night, especially during the new moon, seeking out victims. The Cadı is a drainer of life. Legends claim she uses her long, sharp fingernails to make a tiny incision on her sleeping victims. from which she drinks their blood or steals their life force, leaving them weak, sick, and eventually lifeless. She is also a master of curses and black magic, capable of causing misfortune, illness, and despair. Protecting oneself from a Cadı involves complex rituals, talismans, and prayers. She represents the fear of hidden enemies, of those who might wish you harm from the shadows, a supernatural predator hiding in plain sight. Finally, we descend from the moonlit sky into the depths of the earth, to the mystical underworld, to meet a creature of both beauty and terror. Shahmaran, the Serpent Queen. Half woman, half snake, Shahmaran is the queen of all serpents and resides in a hidden underground kingdom. She is said to be incredibly wise, possessing all the knowledge and secrets of the world. The primary legend tells of a young man named Camasp who accidentally stumbles upon her subterranean realm. Shahmaran takes him in, and over time, they fall in love. Camasp learns much from her wisdom, but he misses his home. Shahmaran allows him to leave on one condition: he must never reveal her location. But when the human king falls ill, his vizier declares that the only cure is to eat Shahmaran's flesh. The vizier discovers Camasp's secret and forces him to reveal the queen's hideout. Betrayed, Shahmaran is captured. As she is being killed, she tells Camasp to eat from her tail to gain her wisdom, and to let the evil vizier eat from her head, which is poisonous. And so it happens. The vizier dies, and Camasp becomes a wise and respected man, but he is forever haunted by the sacrifice of his serpent queen. Shahmaran's story is a tragic one, a tale of love, betrayal, and the immense cost of wisdom. She is a monster born not of pure evil, but of human greed and fear. From the freezing winter nights to the desolate deserts, from the vulnerability of new life to the hidden world beneath our feet, these monsters from Turkish folklore are more than just scary stories. They are powerful reflections of the culture, history, and deepest fears of a people. They teach us about the harshness of nature, the complexities of human emotion, and the timeless struggle between good and evil. These stories have been passed down through generations, evolving and adapting, yet their power to captivate and terrify remains as strong as ever. They remind us that even in our modern world, there are ancient shadows that still linger. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the dark corners of Turkish mythology. Which of these creatures did you find the most terrifying? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this dive into folklore, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Cold Trails Diary for more explorations into the unknown. Until next time, stay curious and be careful what you answer to in the dead of night.